Hi guys, we are back after I think it was like a whole month that I missed posting the podcast on here, but I am so happy to be back today. I wasn't even planning on really doing this today. I was just gonna see if I felt like it, and if I did, I was gonna do it, and I did feel like it, so I'm really excited to be back. And a lot of you guys have been commenting like, "Where's the podcast?" And I've replied to some of your guys' comments. I don't want to start off on a bad note, but I do need to talk about it. I just like the past like couple weeks to like a month, when I wasn't posting my podcast, I was having just like, I'm gonna try not to cry because I haven't cried all weekend and I really want to keep it going. I was just having like a really hard like mental health, like my anxiety was really bad, and like it was starting to like, I don't think that I don't have OCD badly, but I do have some like OCD like tendencies that will come in, and they came back for the first time in like years, and my anxiety was so bad, my OCD like tendencies were like coming back for the first time in years, and I was really like low. Like I was really just not enjoying life. Like the past like month-ish, the past 2 weeks, I've been a lot better. And today I feel really good. Last weekend I felt really good. But it was just literally to the point, the first weekend I like was feeling down, and I posted like on my Instagram story, I was like, oh, I'm going to do a Q&A, because I was like, that'll be easier than like me trying to like come up with a topic when I'm not really like feeling really good in my own head, you know. I didn't want to like come out here and like, because on my podcast I just like spill everything that I'm thinking, so I didn't want to like come out here and like spill that to you guys because I wasn't really feeling the best. So I was like, oh, I'll do a Q&A, and I was just reading the questions, and I was like, I like can't even like, I like don't even want to think about these right now. People are like, where do you see your life in 5 years, or like, what are your goals, or how do you do this, or, like how do you be productive? And I'm like, I can't even talk about this right now. Like, I like don't even want to think about this right now. Like, I was just so, my mental health was just very bad. And then the next weekend I tried to record it, and I was gonna like give a little like speech about what's been going on, and I couldn't even get a sentence out without crying. I just started crying. I tried recording it like 5 times, and I just cried within 10 seconds every single time because I was just so upset. And yeah, so that's kind of why I wasn't posting. And I'm glad that I didn't post. I'm glad that I, didn't put that out there, because it was just I think that's okay that I did that. Like, that I just kind of took a step back and kind of waited until I felt a little bit better, because I really was really feeling not well. Like, I feel like August, September I've kind of been feeling better. It's October 1st today. It's my birthday month. It's Feral Fall. I haven't even updated you guys on Feral Fall, which started at the Virgo new moon, which I think was September like 14th or 16th or something. But I haven't talked to you guys since then. So I don't really have like a topic of today necessarily. I just felt really good today, and I was like, I have like nothing to do today, so I was like, I'm gonna just film the podcast and kind of update them on what's going on, and we'll see where it goes, because a lot of times I will be like, oh, I don't have anything to talk about, and then I end up talking for 40 minutes. So, but it's Feral Fall now, and I think that I love Feral Fall. Okay, I love it because my birthday's in the fall, and I also love Feral Fall because it gives me an excuse to like be a little crazy, and for in the honor of Feral Fall. And I think that truly like that is what has helped me the past couple of weeks when I've been feeling better, because I started making more plans and like doing more things. And it really, I like hate like admitting this, like I hate like saying this because I feel stupid, but I've really like realized, like, I just had like one plan, like last weekend, I think it was last weekend, last Saturday, I went out, and I got an espresso martini, okay, I like posted like the get ready with me video for you guys on my TikTok, and then I like made more plans for this weekend, and then I have plans this week on Thursday after work, and like, this sounds so stupid, but like, I think truly like, and like yesterday I went to my nephew's birthday party, like I've had like more stuff going on recently, and I really think that like being able to like branch out, like having the excuse of feral fall to like branch out and like do more things and like be more social and be like less structured. I've also been trying to like unstructure myself a little bit. And it's like I'm so disciplined with my habits. Like I will not let myself not do my Sunday reset. I'm gonna do my dishes. I'm gonna vacuum. I'm gonna get my laundry done. Like there's no way I'm going into the week without getting my laundry done. Like I'm so, I wake up every morning, I work out. Like I'm so disciplined with that stuff, and I'm so good at doing that stuff. And I think that I feel like kind of a broken record, but maybe some of you guys don't know like about, I don't know, really like my whole like adult life, like post college life. I mean, I have found a lot of peace in having a routine and having control over what's going on, because I felt I didn't know when I was in college and stuff, I was very nervous about succeeding in life because like I didn't come from a like rich family or anything, like neither of my parents went to college. I was a communication major, so I knew that I wasn't going to be making like big bucks out of college, you know what I mean? But I went for communication because that's what like communication and journalism, because that's what I wanted to do. And I always had like some little like faith in myself that I would somehow make it work when I was like in college. And I think that, well, no, I know that when I got out of college and stuff, I knew that I was going to have to, I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't have like a job that I was making a bunch of money at. I had $50K plus in student loans that I had to pay off. I was living at my parents' house, and I was scared that I wasn't going to succeed. And so therefore I did everything. I was working at like a meat market at the time. I was slicing deli meat, okay? And I knew that I wanted to succeed, and I didn't know how to do that because I didn't really have like anything going in my favor. I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have like some great connections to something. I didn't go to some big crazy college, all I had was myself really. And I said, Taylor, like you have to do every single thing in your control to succeed. So like whatever you do, be the best at it. So at my job at the meat market, I worked so hard at that job. I didn't care that it was slicing deli meat. I was the best worker there. Like I did everything the fastest. I had the best customer service. I made the best, like I did my best at everything. And like in school, like I was never like a 4.0 like person, but I was always on top of my work. Like I would get my homework done like Sunday night. All my homework for the week was done. Like and then, working out, I was going to the gym consistently at 5 a.m. even back in college, back in 2017, 2018, which is so long ago now, which is crazy. I was going to the gym at 5 in the morning. I did not skip a day, you guys. I don't know if I've really like talked about this much, but my whole like college and like up until I think like I moved out, I went to the gym every single day except when the gym was closed. Like Christmas and like Easter or like whatever days that the gym was closed, I was there literally every day, like 2 years straight. Did not miss a single day unless the gym was closed. Like, and I wasn't like some days I would just walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes or like, whatever. I didn't like work out like hard as fuck every day, you know what I mean? But like I was there every day showing up, and I tried I was eating healthy. Like I was just doing everything in my power, that I was saving my money like crazy. Like a lot of you guys asked me for like, how did you like move out by yourself? Like at such a, yeah, I mean, I'm about to be 25, but I saved I never ordered food out. I didn't make unnecessary purchases. Like I did everything in my power that I could do to like prove to myself that I was worthy, like to prove to myself that I was disciplined, that I could do anything, like that I could do like hard things. I had discipline. Like I was like, if I make these routines, like, like if I prove to myself and if I prove to God and the universe that like I am the hardest worker ever, like it will reward me. Like the universe will reward me. Like if I'm working my ass off at every single thing possible, I have no choice but to succeed in life. And that was my mindset for a very long, up until very like recently. or I guess in the past year, I don't really know when it like kind of switched, but I was working so hard at my routines. Like that's all I had control over was how hard I was working, like waking up early, eating healthy, working out, like doing my schoolwork, being the best I could at my job, whatever job it may have been at the time. And that's all I had control over. That's all I could control. And so I worked my ass off at that. And until I felt like it paid off, which I feel like it did pay off with like my TikTok and everything. Obviously, like I blew up on TikTok because of my routines. And I just find that like really like crazy because that is what I put so much energy into for years and saw absolutely no results from it. Like nothing. Like I never lost weight. I never like, you know what I mean? Like because I gained in college, I probably gained like 15 pounds. I was probably like 150 in college. I don't know how much I weigh now, but like I probably gained like 15 or 20 pounds in college. And I was doing all of this, like I was working out every single day. Like I was like eating healthy. I was vegan. I was vegetarian. I was making these home cooked meals every day. And like I gained 20 pounds. You know what I mean? Like I never saw like, and then, you know, about 2 or 3 years ago, I'm doing all this stuff and I get terrible stomach problems. I get acne. Like I get inflamed and I'm like, am I ever going to fucking win? Like, is this ever going to pay off? And I talk about this a lot, but last summer was a time where I was at my absolute lowest point. And I was just like, F this, like, why is nothing working out for me? It's really crazy how like, I'm not going to cry, how like a year ago in the summer, like last July, like I was like, literally, I remember saying to myself, I have it written in my journal. I think I can go look back at it. I was like, I'm working so hard and I haven't accomplished any of my goals. Like, I feel like a failure. Like, my parents are disappointed in me. Like, I'm a failure. Like, I've worked my ass off for years. I've been waking up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m., pushing up to 3:30 a.m. I'm reading books. I'm working out, everything. And I have nothing to show for it. I have stomach problems. I'm bloated all the time. I'm not fitting into my clothes. Like, and I wanted to give up so badly. And I just remember in that moment back in July, I was like, you know what, Taylor? I remember I was crying at my lowest point ever. And I just was like, you know what, Taylor? Like, all you fucking have is yourself. So you can either give up and like literally like you have nothing, or you can keep fucking going because all you have is yourself. And I kept fucking going, thank God, because 2 fucking weeks later is when my first ever TikTok blew up. And that was just like the biggest like holy shit moment for me. Like, oh my God. Like, and I just remember saying to myself, I was like, this is it. Like, this is my break. This is what I've worked my ass off for 5 years for. This is my time. I'm fucking running with this. Like, this TikTok blew up. This was the biggest blessing that's ever happened to me. Like, this is what I've been working for. That breakdown I had 2 weeks ago, every single moment of like struggle and like hard work and discipline and stuff, like, was all worth it when that happened, because I just knew. I was like, this is it. I was like, this TikTok did it. Like, I'm fucking running with this. And like I did, and I kept making videos every single day, and then my routines blew up in like January of this year. And that's when I feel like it finally all paid off. And I have been so used to just working my ass off at everything and like being so disciplined in everything. And I truly did, especially with COVID. Like, COVID happened my senior year of college, and I feel like my social life was amazing. Like, fall 2019, like winter 2020, my social life was amazing. And I feel like COVID really, you know, it was a good thing. It was like, oh, stay away from people, stay inside, don't do anything. And I was like, hell yeah, girl, I'm gonna stay inside. And I think that pushed me even deeper into like working hard, which, slay, girl, like it paid off. But like, it made me even more like, fucking work on your goals, bitch. Like, you know, ignore the noise, ignore what everyone else is doing, work on your goals. And it made me like pull myself back from my social life a lot. And which I don't regret at all. It all, you know, came full circle. It all was for a reason and everything. But literally like the past 2 weeks, because it's fair fall, I have branched out more. I also was in like relationships like a lot of the time. So like I didn't really have to worry about a social life as much because I always had like my boyfriend. So like that also did that, and like that was like COVID until like recently. Like I've always had like boyfriends for like pretty much, I would say like 75% of that time. So I never really had to worry about my social life as much just because I had a boyfriend. But now I've been single like for a majority of this year. I got really sad. Like honestly, this spring was very, very sad. Like March, April, super, because that's when my TikTok was blowing up in January and February, and I was like, oh my god, like all my hard work paid off. March, April, May, I was like, okay, like what do I do now? I'm like, okay, like my TikTok isn't blowing up anymore. Like I don't have any plans. Like I don't have a boyfriend. Like I don't have a social life. And I feel like I've always said like I don't have any friends, and like that's how I always say it, but I didn't mean it like that. I have friends. I just don't have a social life. That's kind of what I've been meaning to like portray. Like I don't have a social life is what I mean. I have friends, but like I don't like go out with them. I don't like see them. I don't like go here and there with them. So I didn't really have a social life. Okay. I wanted to clarify that. So I got really sad in the spring. And then I think like this past like month has been my other like really fucking like depressing like moment. And I realized that I was so focused on being disciplined with my habits, my routines, which slay girl boss, we love that. But I also need, and I would pick my habits and routines over social things. Like I would always pick myself and my comfort, like my needs before like social stuff, because I was like, oh no, like everyone's going out and partying. I don't want to be like everyone else. Like I don't want to be like everyone else and like go and drink and stuff. I like need to like grind, you know what I mean? But like I feel like I've done my work in like the grind, like girl boss section, and I feel like I need to use that same discipline that I have with my routines and my cleaning and my habits and my working hard and stuff. And I need to use that same discipline in like getting out and being social, because this past 2 weeks I've literally had like 2 like social outings, and they have completely rewired my brain. Like about 2 weeks ago, this is when I started, I like got to spend, we had like this event at work, and I got to spend like almost the whole entire day, like a lot of hours of the day with one of my best friends at work. And I haven't like been able to like spend that much time with her in a very long time. And like just being with her and like talking to her for like 2 hours straight, and like getting to like talk to her and socialize with her, like I was like, oh my god, like my like soul like needed that. Like it's been so long since I was just like talking in person, like with a friend, like in that way, like talking about like what's going on, like and I was like, holy shit, like that just like knocked every ounce of depression out of my body. Like that just like literally cured my soul. And I was like, oh my god, like I couldn't believe how amazing I felt, and like how my mindset shifted after I just hung out with my friend for like 2 hours. And I was like, wow. So then I made plans that weekend, whatever. And then those plans made me so happy that I did over the weekend. Like I was so happy and excited. And it was just I was like, holy shit. Like I haven't been doing this for like a long time. Like I need to prioritize a social life just as much as I prioritize my like habits and routines and stuff. And like, I do think though, when I'm going to look up a quote on Pinterest that I want to share because that relates. The working hard, it's kind of like this. Oh no, I'm just going to read the quote first. Okay. So it says, this is a very popular quote. You've probably seen it before. It just says, 6 months of hard work, consistency, focus, and discipline can change your life forever. And that was like a lot of, instead of 6 months, like mine was like 5 years. Okay. But like I needed to do that. If I would have always been prioritizing my social life and like whatever, like I would have never gotten to where I am today. So I needed that like disciplined focus, like all about me, like focus on myself, like working hard, working my ass off, like habits, routines. I needed that time. But now that I feel like it's paid off and I'm at a place in my life where I can finally be like, okay, like I'm going to be okay. Because there was a lot of points in the past like 2-3 years, like since COVID, where I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna live. Like I don't know, like I don't know what's gonna happen to me. Like I had a lot of uncertainty, so I needed to stick to that routine to like give me that confidence and that assurance that like, hey, you're working hard, it's gonna pay off. You're like, you know, you're working your ass off, like it's gonna pay off, it's gonna pay off, it's gonna pay off, which is like this quote, like 6 months of hard work, consistency, focus, and discipline, which is what those 4 words are everything that I did can change your life forever. And they did change my life forever because now I have this. I have my TikTok. Like I've achieved literally I texted my dad today and I was like, a year ago right now, I thought I was gonna be living in my sister's basement. Like when my lease was up. Like I didn't fucking know what I was gonna do. I was like, okay, I can live in my sister's basement, I can live in my grandma's basement. Like I was doing that a year ago right now. Even fucking 8-9 months ago, I was thinking that. And here I am now, and I can say that, you know, my work paid off, but now it's time for me to get out of that, and which is so hard because I've been in that mindset for years of like just working hard and grinding. But it's time, like that time period can be over now, and I need to like tell myself that, like, girl, like you don't need to like work so like effing hard anymore, you know? And like, isn't that everyone's goal in life, is to be able to just like kind of sit back and like, obviously I'm still working. I have a job. Like I do my TikToks. Like obviously like I'm still like working hard and like I'm going to the gym. I just deep cleaned my whole apartment this weekend. Like obviously I'm still working so hard, but like I don't have to like be like so hardcore anymore. Like I can take a step back and breathe and relax and enjoy my life, which I haven't fucking done in years since I've done that. Like literally since I was in college before COVID. And there was obviously guilt that comes with that, because I'm like, no, like I need to be working hard, of course, because I'm like literally, you know, so strict with myself or hard on myself, whatever. But there's guilt that comes along with that. But it's like, isn't that everyone's goal at the end of the day? To work hard, achieve their goals, and then like bask in it, and then, you know, like enjoy their life, like work hard but also enjoy their life, like a balance of that. And I feel like I've gotten to the point where I am able to do both. I can work hard and I can also enjoy, and like I like, you know, I deserve it. Like I worked my ass off for years, like saving money, like everything, and I feel like I'm finally there, and I need to use that same discipline that keeps me accountable with working out and cleaning and doing my laundry, and put that same discipline into doing things for myself and, you know, social, like being social and having a social life and going and doing things. And because I always just like, it, like, you know, when like you have like, when you're about to go somewhere and you're like, oh shit, like I really don't want to go to this like social outing. Like that's the same thing with like, oh, I really don't want to go to the gym. Oh, I really don't want to do my laundry. Oh, I really don't want to do the dishes. But somehow I always make myself do all that stuff, but I never make myself do the social stuff. So I need to have that same thing where it's like, no, bitch, you're going, you're doing this, you're going to go and do this right now, you know? But with fun stuff, you know, with social stuff, with like getting out more stuff, and not just with my routines and my habits and stuff. So I feel like that's like where I've been like the past like 2 weeks, and it's a wonderful feeling. And I've just been feeling a lot lighter, and just obviously every day is different. Some days are harder than others and stuff, but I feel like that's been my overall like mindset shift lately. And yeah, I also was thinking about this the other day too. Like obviously like I've been kind of like sad as I talked about, and just getting really upset about life and stuff, and not happy with where I am in life or what my life is, like not really happy with what my life is. And I kind of thought about it a little bit differently. Instead of just being like sad and being like, oh, like my life sucks, like this sucks, da, 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 like I'm not where I want to be, da, 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 like that sadness, or like that like unfulfillment, or like that uncomfortability and like you like wanting more. Like of course I'm grateful, like I have a bunch, like I have an apartment, like I'm so like, you know, blessed, like I have so much to be grateful for. But of course there's always stuff that you want more of, you know, you have goals and you have goals that you want to achieve and stuff. And that's kind of where I was, like I want to achieve more goals, because like I haven't really done much this year. Like I feel like this year was very like like my TikTok popped off, and then I was like, okay, like now what, bitch? Like now what do you like? I'm kind of like still living the same life, you know what I mean? And it was just like I was feeling that uncomfortability, like that unfulfillment, like I want more, I want to do more, like I want to be more, like how do I get to that next level? And instead of like being sad and like depressed about it, which I was, like, bitch, I was sad and depressed about it, okay? But I thought about it in a different way recently, and I was just like, me being like, I have so much like success, right? Like I have my TikTok, I have my apartment, I have so much success, and I'm still feeling unfulfilled. Like that's not something to be like depressed and sad about. Like instead of being depressed and sad about it, think of it like your mind and body want more, and you know that you are destined for more. You know that you can do more. You know that there's bigger plans in store for you. And like that's how I feel. Like I know that like there's so much more that I want to do. And just think of it positively. Like your body is reacting like with that sadness and that like, you know, upsetness that you're feeling. Like that's your body saying, girl, like you are meant for way more than this. Like you can do way more than this. You might be sad now, like in your life, like, but life is meant for more for you. Like you have more to in life to achieve and more to look forward to. So make a change to get there. Don't just let it sit. If you're in that sad and depressed like bubble, and it's so hard in the moment, obviously, but like don't just sit there and like sulk in it. That's your body telling you, hey, you're meant for more. Like you can do more. Your life is gonna get better. Like you're meant to do more. Your body's reacting to how like that sedentary state that you're in right now. Make a change to do more. Like make any change. Like I said, like just talking to my friend that one day for 2 hours completely changed my mindset about everything. And then it made me go out on the weekend, and now I have plans this week, you know, like when you're in that sad and depressed state, I think that the best thing that you can do, and like if you like I was in it for a long time, okay, like if you're in it for like 2 days, like, you know, soak in your emotions, like, you know, like express, you know, feel your emotions, what I'm trying to say. But like if you're like stuck there, you need to make a change. Go and do something new. Go and do something different. You're just sitting there. You're stuck in that energy. You're literally like stuck in that energy. Go and get out and get some new energy. Bring some new energy and do something different. That's what you need. It's not just, oh, I'm sad and depressed. Like my life is never going to change. Like I'm so sad. Like this isn't what I want my life to be. Go make a change and go do it. Anything. Like I'm not saying go and like do some drastic thing. Literally just like go talk to your friend. Like it's fucking crazy the little change that happened to me this week. And like I like had called my mom like 5 times the past 2 weeks. I never used to call my mom, and like it's just helped me so much. Just I feel like I'm like reconnecting with like people that I kind of like pushed out for so long, because I was like, no, like I gotta grind, like I gotta focus on me, and like I don't regret any of that. But like definitely, like if you're just stuck in a situation, like go do something out of your comfort zone, or go do something that like makes you like happy, because it can really change it. And I feel like the reason that I was so like I always take the hard route with things. I never want to take the easy way out. Like I said in my TikTok, when I like left work early on Friday, I was like, this is so weird. Like I just get to leave work and like go and like have a good day. Like what? Like I never used to take days off of work because I wanted to work as hard as I could at everything, you know, like I wanted to challenge myself and to like take the hard route. I always take the hard route. And like I do, like I like pray all the time, like for God to like not give me an easy life, give me a hard life, but give me the strength to get through it. And like I just always chose the hard route for myself to like prove to myself like I could do it. But and like I never wanted to like, oh, like go out, or like go watch a TV. Like I don't have a TV. Like I never wanted to be like, oh, I'm gonna like watch TV, or like I'm gonna like go out and like do this stuff. I'm like, no, like I was like almost like blocking myself off from like any like serotonin enhancing activities, because I was like, you're gonna fucking tough it out, bitch. Like you are gonna go and like, why was I doing that? Like I've just realized like, well, I think that I was like, I feel like now I'm like, you don't have to take the hard route anymore. Like you don't have to go on that hard road anymore. Like you went through it for a long time. You went on a fucking cross country road trip on it, bitch. And now you can take the scenic route, you know, of life. And yeah, so that's kind of been my life realization, but like, thank you guys for like, I don't know. Like, I am very flattered that you guys were curious or like wondering where the podcast was and that you guys like listening to this and stuff. That makes me so happy because this is truly like my favorite thing to like post because I feel like I can just be me. Like, this is like my most authentic, like realist version of myself. I love like getting deep into topics. I have a Scorpio moon and Mercury, okay? Like, I love getting deep with people. So I hope that you guys are excited. That I don't know if I'm like, oh, like back every single week. Like, I don't know. Who knows? Feral fall. Who knows what's gonna happen, okay? But yeah, I did want to tell you guys that that's kind of what I've been going through. I also was watching America's like today. That's a great example. Like how I just said, like, oh, I never wanted to like sit and watch TV because like, oh, everyone watches TV and like, oh, and like everyone goes out, and I was like, I don't want to be like everyone. I want to be a girl boss. You know what I mean? I fucking watched America's Next Top Model today. I was like sitting on the couch and I was like, you know what? I was like, I have nothing to do. It's a Sunday. I'm gonna fucking turn on America's Next Top Model. I'm gonna fucking watch TV. Like, I loved it. I watched like 3 episodes like this morning, and I deep cleaned my apartment. Like, that's a great example. Like, I just turned on the TV. A simple, well, not the TV. I don't have a TV, but I do have my laptop. I just turned on America's Next Top Model. Like a simple pleasure, and I let myself have that simple pleasure. Wow, that's the episode for this week. I don't even know what the fuck I just said. I did not have any like plan for this, but that's what came out of my mouth. So that's what y'all are getting. I wanted to just update you guys on like why I've been like gone and like that I'm back and I'm like kind of like happy. Like literally last weekend, like last Saturday, like usually on the weekends like are like the worst because I'm like alone and like bored and like with my own thoughts, you know? But like at the end of last Saturday, I was like, today was fun. Like, I don't want today to end. And I was like, I haven't felt that feeling in fucking months, if not years. I was like, I don't want the day to end. Today was fun. I was happy today. I texted my mom and I was like, I'm happy today. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I am enjoying the day. And I'm just excited to see like what other fun stuff we're gonna do, you guys, now that I'm in my fun era and I'm not in my girl boss era anymore. But like, we love the girl boss era. Like, she was a true queen, seriously. But now we're in our fun Taylor era. But for now, we're calling it feral fall. We're in the feral fall era, and it's really doing us good this year. So anyways, that's all for the podcast. It's 3:00 now on a Sunday, so I gotta edit this, upload this, and then we're on to the Sunday reset. I can't wait to fake tan, you guys. I didn't put on fake tanner this past week because I was like exhausted last Sunday and I didn't put it on. I'm never going another. I can never do that again. That was so disgusting. Like, I literally it felt like a month. Like, this week felt like a month. I was like, I am so fucking pale. Like, I'm never doing that again. So I'm gonna fake tan. I'm gonna do my nails. It's gonna be so fun. Okay, well, so I'll see you guys for my Sunday reset. Anyways, thanks for like sticking with me. Love ya. Bye.